The night was silent, too silent. Surrounded on all sides, outnumbered, and cut off from escape, one of the greatest warriors in Chinese history stood facing the end. Then, out of the darkness, came a sound that shattered what little hope remained. Songs, not enemy war cries, but the songs of his homeland. And in that moment, Xiang Yu knew it was over. This is the story of the Battle of Gaixia, fought in 202 BC, the final clash that ended a brutal civil war and gave birth to one of China's greatest dynasties. On one side stood Xiang Yu, a man known as the hegemon king of Western Chu. A warrior, unmatched in strength, feared across the land, and undefeated in countless battles. On the other side, Liu Bang, a man of humble origins, once a minor official, now a master strategist, backed by brilliant generals and cunning tactics. This wasn't just a battle. It was the final move in a deadly game for control of China. Years earlier, the mighty Qin Dynasty had collapsed, leaving China fractured and leaderless. From the chaos, two men rose. Xiang Yu, the noble-born warlord, powerful, charismatic, and unstoppable in combat, and Liu Bang, the underdog, underestimated, but relentless. At first, they fought side by side, but alliance quickly turned into rivalry, and rivalry into total war. This conflict became known as the Chu-Han Contention, a years-long struggle for supremacy. At first, Xiang Yu dominated the battlefield. His strength was legendary. Stories claimed he could defeat entire units single-handedly, but Liu Bang had something Xiang Yu didn't: patience and allies. One of them, the brilliant strategist Han Xin. Han Xin began to reshape the war. While Xiang Yu relied on brute force and honor, Liu Bang's forces used deception, maneuvering, and psychological warfare. Bit by bit, they chipped away at Xiang Yu's power. Territories fell. Allies abandoned him. Supplies dwindled. Until finally, Xiang Yu found himself trapped near a place called Gaixia. There, Liu Bang's army surrounded him. Tens of thousands of soldiers closed in from all sides. Xiang Yu's once mighty force reduced to a desperate, starving remnant. Still, he refused to surrender. Then came the strategy that would break him not physically, but mentally. One night, as Xiang Yu's soldiers rested in their camp, they heard singing. At first, faint, then louder. Songs from their homeland, Chu. Confused, they listened. Why would the enemy know their songs? The answer was terrifying. Liu Bang's forces had learned Chu folk songs and were singing them from all directions. It created a devastating illusion. To Xiang Yu's men, it sounded like their homeland had already fallen, like their families, their people, were now under enemy control. Panic spread. Morale collapsed. Desertions began. This tactic would later be remembered as the songs of Chu from all sides, a psychological weapon so effective it broke an army without a single blow. That night, Xiang Yu sat in his tent, listening. He understood what it meant. His cause was lost. His kingdom gone. Beside him was his beloved consort, Yu. As the songs echoed through the night, Xiang Yu is said to have sung a final lament, a warrior's farewell to everything he had lost. Knowing what was coming, Yu made a choice. Rather than be captured, she took her own life. Xiang Yu, devastated but resolute, prepared for one final act. With only a small group of loyal soldiers, he broke through enemy lines. Again and again, he fought, cutting down wave after wave of pursuing troops. Even at the end, he was unstoppable. But numbers cannot be defeated forever. At the banks of the Wu River, surrounded and wounded, Xiang Yu faced his final moment. A boat was offered to him, an escape. He refused. Ashamed to return home in defeat, he chose death over dishonor. Drawing his sword, the great warrior ended his own life. With Xiang Yu dead, the war was over. Liu Bang emerged victorious. He would soon declare himself emperor, founding the Han Dynasty, a golden age that would shape Chinese civilization for centuries. And Xiang Yu, though defeated, he was never forgotten. To many, he remained the ultimate warrior, brave, powerful, but ultimately undone by pride and fate. The Battle of Gaixia wasn't just the end of a war. It was a lesson that strength alone isn't enough, that the mind can be more powerful than the sword, and that even the greatest heroes can fall.